Good evening and welcome to another Away Day show. Today we've got two special guests. Can you please introduce yourselves?
I'm Click Owsbury, best Leeds fan on football Twitter. Not happy.
Oh, the best, the only Leeds fan.
No, there's quite. I'm just the best.
I'm Charlotte and I'm a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, Charlotte's just everywhere. She's just like, I don't know, she's just always there. I wake up, her and Prime are like, they're just everywhere. Everywhere I go, I see these two faces. But yes, thank you, Rivalry aside. We're here to talk about the teams in the northwest. There's quite a few of them, but realistically, we're going to just talk about what's going on tomorrow. The small match between Liverpool and Manchester United. It's a very small match, relegation battle. We're going to start with you, Klitsch. How do you feel Man United have played this season? Are you impressed?
I am and I'm not, because they started off that absolutely shocking, and then when they played us, they players like McTominay are suddenly just so high rated because he scored 2 in 3 minutes against us.
Yeah.
But there's players that like Anthony Martial and Pogba that they're worth like one of the I don't know. One of the there's some of the highest value players in the Premier League and they're not scoring.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I know,
Anthony Martial, he should be up there with Bamford, Kane, Vardy, and whoever else. And he's only scored 1 goal this season. He's an utter shambles. Why does he keep getting into that Man United team if he's not scoring?
The funny thing is, Bob's yesterday, obviously on Fraud Watch, he tried to put Zaha's name forward. Now, Zaha has 8 and 16, and that's more than all 3 of his strikers. So I'm not quite sure where Bob's was going with that yesterday, but it is interesting that they how they see their own players, because at the moment it's like Fred and McTominay are like the best partnership in the world. They're okay, but they're not great. Charlotte, what do you think of Man United this season?
I mean, like at the beginning, they were like absolutely piss poor, like for real. They were just not great at all. Like, and then they decided to turn up a little bit, like, and that's cool. But like these, like, if you break down the team, like it's not that good. Like just because McTominay got he got them 2 goals. Where is he now? Have you seen him turn up since? Nah, he got those 2 goals. He was like, that's my contribution for the season. I don't need to turn up anymore. Like, I don't need to turn up. He got them 2 close goals. He was like, yeah, don't need to even get a hat trick. Just those 2 goals that'll be enough for the season. But like they have players that just don't turn up at all and probably shouldn't make the squad. Like, there are so many players in that team. I'm not saying all of them, but you've got like Pogba, you have McTominay, Martial, although Martial kind of brings that stability, he's still not the player he should be, put it that way. Like he could have done better. And I think you have that issue where they're playing good, and all these Man U fans are like, yeah, we're doing so well, but what happens if you lose a match? What happens if Man United lose?
Exactly.
What happens then? Because if tomorrow they lose, what's going to happen? Liverpool are going to go top, and it's going to be an absolute shambles because all these United fans are going to have to take back everything they've said because they've gone top of the league. Just to clarify, this is the first time United have been top of the league since 2012. And I've been using this against every United fan. 2012 was the last time United was top of the league.
Matt is doing backflips right now. I'm going to get him in. I'm going to get him. Carry on, Charlotte, but I need to bring Matt in because
Liverpool need to be beating Man U by at least a decent 2 to 3-0. But I think I think the problem you have is that all these United fans that have been going on like 21, like it's our year to win. Like they've all got this excited. Like,
I know. You know what?
when was 2012? 2012 was like nearly 10 years ago when you was top of the league. Like that's 9 years ago that you was top of the league. Top of the league in 20, like you went into the top of the league in 2012. Like you haven't done it since. Like stop thinking you're all big Billy Big Bollocks. You're nothing. Like it,
Nah, I
it can be
personally, me,
taken
I
away
think,
like
I think,
that.
I think that's harsh because I mean they're top of the league. I think once you are top of the league at this sort of stage, you have every right to dream and you have every right to celebrate it. And let's be honest, everybody wrote Man United off. Half of their fans wrote them off for the season. Wrote Ole off. He's steered them to the top of the league, and they're 3 points, which is it's not easy. So I want to just go to what the rival side have said. They said United are the form team, but Liverpool are the champions. Expect a big Liverpool performance, 3-0 win. Matt, what do you think of Man United's performances this season?
A bit shaky, mate, to be honest, as well. Like Charlotte said, we haven't been the best team in the league. I don't think anybody has. No one's really pipped the top of the domination of it. So
Yeah.
look, I think Charlotte also said that Man United will win in the league, but lose in the FA Cup, or maybe vice versa. So
No, I said they'd either win one of them because they've got two
Yeah,
games.
that's
I said they'd either win the league, but I have a feeling that they're gonna lose the league and win the FA Cup because I feel like the Premier League means more to you guys. Being top of the Premier League means more to you guys than the FA Cup does right now. Like to your fans anyway. Like the fans are so excited about it, and I feel like Liverpool going on top means more to them than you being like out the FA Cup. And I've like spoken to Man U fans and they've said that. So I feel like you've got something more to lose tomorrow. So I think you're gonna lose tomorrow. And then I think you win against the FA Cup.
Matt, do you agree with that?
it's a prediction, isn't it, Gunnar?
Yeah.
It's difficult to say whether Charlotte's right or wrong because we don't know.
We don't know, yeah.
But I agree with her. I think it is a very difficult game, and I think if Man United do pull through, then they should be respected as a club this season. But it is still so tight. Arsenal could win this year.
No, I think we should all put respect on Man United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's name anyway, because the fact that he's got them this far in this position with, you know,
he doesn't have the best players and he's done good.
Yeah, he doesn't have the best players, and the whole Pogba situation was just a dark cloud over United. And I don't think it's a coincidence that as well as Pogba has been playing recently, it's also meant Man United have been playing well recently. So I think that's a sign that you should be building a team around someone like Paul Pogba, because I don't care what anyone says, he's one of the most talented footballers in the world. And he should be playing every week. If you're not getting the performance out of him, you've got to find out why, and then you've got to build it around him to make sure he gets those performances. What have you got to say there, Charlotte?
I mean, he's not the best player right now, and he's not.
He's not the best player, but he's one of the best players.
He could be. He could be. When he plays, listen to what I say first. Hold on.
Yeah.
When he plays for France, he is one of the best players. But because he has a team that these players around him aren't on the level that he plays with in France, the Paul Pogba struggles with this, and that makes him not the best player when he plays. If he had players around him that built him up or on the same level, I think you'd see a different Pogba. If he was playing with players of the level of like what happens in France, where on France they're all sick, like they've won the World Cup, like Paul Pogba has people around him that are on the same level. I think if you bring the same level to that, I think you'll have a different Paul Pogba. But I think he struggles to deal with the fact that some of these players he's playing with are absolute, like, shouldn't even make the first 11. Sorry.
Big Gunnar, can I just throw something in there? Yeah. I don't suppose you heard Charlotte's thing yesterday about the if is it Spurs go if they is it Spurs? No, it's not. If Arsenal finish above Chelsea in the league, She's already cried. She's gonna get an Arsenal tattoo.
Why would you do that to yourself? Like that's crazy.
Because I have enough confidence. Well, I did have enough confidence until we decided to be able to struggle against the 10-man Fulham. Like before yesterday, I had enough confidence that like my team would kind of finish above them, and then we couldn't beat a 10-man Fulham, and I'm kind of regretting absolutely we couldn't. I'm sorry. One goal doesn't mean beating them. The way we played doesn't justify our win. It doesn't justify our win. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't justify our win. The way we played was absolutely appalling.
Charlotte is not happy. I'm hoping it is Ben speaking from rival side. He's saying that people are thinking Liverpool are rubbish, and I do agree with that. People are thinking they are rubbish, and obviously Klopp is one of the best managers in the world. They are one of the only teams to have 3 or 4 genuine world-class players, and as you say, in a dangerous wounded animal right now, it could lead to something quite dangerous tomorrow. I'll go with you, Klitsch. What do you think? How do you feel Liverpool have played this season? Do you think it's because of their 2 centre-backs why they have looked a bit shaky, missing those 2 centre-backs?
Well, I don't know, because players like Salah and Firmino, they've been good for most of the season, but recently they've been quite poor. Even when they did have their centre-backs, when we played them first game of the season, we gave them a run for their money.
Yeah, that's true. Charlotte?
I think Liverpool have like people have been able to see Liverpool's game plan or weaknesses, whatever you want to call it, and I think, and also like I think they've been able to see through it and been able to like get around it. Like, I also think that it doesn't help like that since they've won the Premier League, it's like been there, done that. Like as champions, I expect you, like Man City did for the treble. They defended their title every single year they got it.
Yeah.
Like even the year that Liverpool won it, they still tried to defend it no matter what. Like Liverpool haven't particularly given me that. Like they drew to West Brom, they lost 7-2 to Aston Villa. This is not the Liverpool I know. Like, and I would like to see that Liverpool back a little bit because that was a Liverpool that everyone was terrified of, and now it's a bit like, like, oh yeah, we know what's coming. Like, we can get around this. And little teams aren't as like they've only beaten 2 of the bottom 6. They've lost or drawn to 4 of them. That's not a good statistic.
I mean, my personal view on Liverpool is that they have been so good that now they're probably just on everybody else's level, that we're seeing it as a drop, but they're probably just at everybody else's level. They've been that good for the past 2 seasons that it looks like they're playing bad, but they're probably just playing how a normal title winning team would be playing. But the level that they have set for the last 2.5 seasons has been so high that we're just expecting that all the time. But you can't play football at 100 miles an hour all the time. So I think that's why we're getting that level right now. But I do think Liverpool will be back very, very soon. And I won't say I'm hoping it's tomorrow, but for the mutual ones, I think we do expect, or we do hope, it's going to be an amazing match tomorrow. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like one of the worst. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. I don't think anything could get that bad, but it could be. It could be. What's going on?
I mean, I feel like we've bigged this match up that we want it to be so good, like because of all the games this season. But I feel like it might just flop. Like it'll either be like a 0-0 draw, or one team will just absolutely dominate the other. And I can't call who, because like I would like Liverpool to beat them, but I'm not going to be like, yeah, this is Liverpool are going to win. I would like Liverpool to win, but I can't call it because this season is so unexpected, and I could be wrong. Like Man U could come out and dominate Liverpool. Like you can't call it. Like
it's
or it
impossible.
could be like the deadest match of the year. Like who knows?
I hope not.
Yeah, I'm hoping not because we've bigged it up quite a bit.
Yeah, we really have.
Couple weeks.
I want a 4-3. I want a 4-3 at least. Either way, I want Man United to win that 4-3, but I want to see goals.
You don't want a 4-3 either way.
Well, no, yeah, I do. I want to see Man United at least compete. I'm not hopeful that we'll get the win, but I want to see goals.
Why not? What haven't you seen from United to suggest that they shouldn't be winning this game or they can't win this game?
Because we've only just managed to push through other teams, haven't we?
But isn't that the sign of a good team, though? Like a good championship winning team, that they're not always playing amazing football, but they're getting results.
Well, I was saying that to Chelsea fans on Monstar's channel, and they were like, "Nah, Chelsea are crap. Mount was rubbish today." And I'm like,
Mount was just in the right place at the right time. I don't care what anyone else says. He was just in the right place at the right time. He didn't create the goal. There was no creativity with that goal.
Yeah.
There was no oomph with that goal. It was just a goal. Like I'm unimpressed. I'm unimpressed.
He hit it on the volley.
I just don't care. I just like.
There's a massive agenda against Mount. To be fair, isn't there?
No, wait. Let me explain. If Mount hit the crossbar, Mount hit the crossbar earlier. If Werner had did that, the amount of absolute hate Werner would get over that is ridiculous. But Mount doesn't get it.
No, he does get hate though. I was on Twitter for the whole game, and Mount was getting abused. Like he should have started.
The difference of hate between Werner missing that
and Mount, 3 and somebody that costs how much million?
I don't give a shit like who costs who. Like Werner and Mount are like should be able to get a goal, and it should have been 2-0.
Mount was the closest scoring a goal on the crossbar too. Goal. How can he be like ruined for having?
Yeah, but Werner's getting called up for that last minute miss. Like Werner's literally being called up. Like they're like what the flip. But like Mount, he misses a crossbar, and it's like, yeah, we can't diss that. But Werner, he's getting absolutely ripped on Twitter, like just because he missed it. But Mount was closer, so Mount should have got it goal.
Charlotte, he missed the goal from the worst open goal I've ever seen. Werner, like Mount, might not do that at the moment. He gets a volley, and then seems to do it. You know what I mean?
But like they're both as bad as each other. Like,
let's get back to the actual real team, because I know Chelsea, they're pretenders, isn't it? They've been around for too long. So Matip to start tomorrow is a big boost for Liverpool at centre back. Henderson back in midfield, which is huge, and Thiago will run the game from the middle. How do you stop Thiago? Do you think Fred and McMuffin? Do you think Fred and McMuffin can stop Thiago once he gets his passing range?
That's banter, That's a good banter, Connor. But nah, McTominay's not gonna do anything. He's gonna see Thiago and run the other way crying, be like, "Where's me ma'am?" Like, no. I don't think McTominay has the experience to deal with him, and that's okay. He's still young. He's still learning. Like, that's okay.
What? I'm not. How old is McMuffin?
He's like 21.
Oh, is he? Okay. Oh, wait a second. Really Guess who's in the building? Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
hey. Oh, bits and bobs.
Oh.
Welcome to the show, my sir.
Thanks
for having me on, man. Thanks for having me on. Charlotte, what were you saying?
No. These two.
I was just saying that McTominay doesn't have the experience to deal with Thiago, and that's a fact. He's still learning. That's cool, but that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have the experience. He is. He's 21. Like, call me out. Like, he's still learning. Sorry, at 21, you're not even hit your prime of your career yet, so he's still learning. Like,
put some respect on his name. Right? He's a Scottish international.
That's
Yeah,
going
and-
to the Euros.
He's like 24 years
Going to
old.
the Euros.
Nah, he's
Going to the
24.
Euros.
Yeah, and I don't care if he's 20,
Aye.
22 or
Nah, he's
24.
old now.
Fact is, he's
He's
had
no
2
longer a wonder
goals.
kid.
He's had 2 goals, and now he's bigging himself up, and everyone's like bigging him up.
So my boy
Charlotte,
Laurie
you know
says
what?
that it's not going to be a blockbuster tomorrow. It's going to the name me on one top 6 match, and that's pulsating the season. Yeah, so there hasn't really been a good top 6 match that I can remember. So Laurie's predicting it isn't going to be a great match. And Lanzi said, put some respect on Mount. Mount McTominay, who would you rather have? Go on,
So wait. So McTominay. McTominay.
Neither.
What was the question?
Neither.
Sorry? What was the
So
question?
If I had,
If you had to choose one,
McTominay
Mount
or
or
Mount?
McTominay?
and if anyone
Oh,
says
McTominay.
McTominay, they're silly.
Okay.
McTominay.
No,
Do you know
you're
why?
silly. No.
No, Charlotte, let him speak. Let him speak,
Do
Charlotte.
you know why, yeah?
Let the man
Do you
speak.
know why I picked McTominay? Because I think McTominay knows what he's good at, and he just does what he has to do, and that's it. Mason Mount, yeah, thinks he's a winger / CAM / second striker / Frank
Lampard's
Lampard's
son.
son. Literally,
Yeah.
do you know what Mason Mount is? Do you know if you have a kid, yeah, and you give him a tenner, or you get your dad a pack of 6 cans or something? That's what Mason Mount is, right? Listen,
I agree.
I just
agree
think
with
no,
that.
I just think that obviously I'm going to be biased to McTominay, but actually, I think what McTominay does for us, Mason Mount couldn't do that for Chelsea, you know. So
Yeah, but I
and
think
we've
if Mason
got
Mount,
pardon.
but if Mason Mount was being in the right position and not being moved about everywhere like Frank's been doing, like I think we would be in a different situation. I also think if he just wasn't playing a lot of the time and he came on as like a super sub for like Havertz, like I'd be happy with that
today,
too.
though.
Yeah, and
Listen. Hey, I'm not a Chelsea fan. I don't really care, to be honest. I hope you guys get relegated. Do you know what I mean? So, I just think Mason Mount, yeah, he's not that bad of a player, but I'd keep McTominay over him, hands down. You know, see what McTominay done in Paris? Listen, Thiago had to come on against Aston Villa community. Do you know what I mean? Like, come against the community side to flip in. To seal the game and all of that. Scott McTominay, come on. Scott McTominay's levels, bro. You don't need to do that. Come on. Listen, we're winning tomorrow. We're winning 5-2. You heard it here first.
Wow.
just to clarify, that's not happening. Like it's either going to be a dead game or one of the teams dominates.
Okay.
Like that's it.
We're winning. You
Nah.
heard it here first. I'm telling you that for free.
Just to clarify, what happens if you don't
He's
win?
so confident.
I'll come
He's
back
so
here
confident.
and we'll have a chat.
Simple.
Klitsch, who do you think is going to be the big battles tomorrow? Where do you think the big battles are going to be?
Oof, I have no clue. Like was mentioned earlier, you can't predict anything this season.
Yeah.
It's going to be your
I'm
right wing.
expecting. Yeah.
Go on.
Well, I'm expecting things from Bruno tomorrow, Rashford,
Yeah.
Salah, Firmino, all the big ones.
The diving team.
All right, listen, we've got more royalty in the building, yeah? There's more royalty coming through now. Announce yourself. Who's in the building?
Yes. Go now, what you saying?
Yes, we have Usman in the building.
Yes. I seen the homies on obviously bits and bobs, looking fresh with the Adidas. Yes, boys, man. Thank you for inviting me. Mama miss. This one's slagging off Bruno. But...
No, we're not slagging off Bruno.
Man?
So
What's good?
we're just trying to find out where the big battles are going to be tomorrow. Usman, you could start since you're new and you haven't had much to say. Where do you think the big battles are going to be tomorrow on the pitch?
To be honest, it's gonna be light work. Rashford in behind Trent, Ronaldo sharp, stop bins, run it back. What are we saying, boys? In behind. I've just done my show with Liverpool fans, and a lot of them are saying that they're hoping Williams isn't playing because they're fearing him. But I think Cavani actually, his movement in behind against two people that aren't natural centre backs is gonna be a problem. I know Matip has trained last night. but even then, his awareness isn't brilliant. I think Cavani potentially balling behind from Bruno Pogba, with him running behind, could definitely be an issue because we know about his intelligence, his IQ, similar to Mata. You can't teach that, and it's very hard for people to pick that up. As a, if you've got players in midfield playing in defense or aren't natural defenders, they can do a job, but it's about anticipation, anticipating danger, and obviously Henderson at the back. Although he anticipates some form of danger, he's not going to have the same level as a Van Dijk. So for me, Cavani and Rashford in particular running behind is going to cause them problems.
Charlotte, where do you think the big battles are going to be tomorrow?
That's a hard one. I think the problem you have is that, like, on Liverpool's side, you've got the diving team. So obviously you got Firmino, like you've got Firmino, you've got like Salah, you've got Mane, like they're all great Oscar-winning performances of diving. So I think like Man, you just have to be a little bit wary on that because even if it's not even a touch, if it looks like a touch, they're diving, like they are full-blown diving, like a proper injury, So
you tell them,
like Man, you definitely have to be careful with that. But then I don't know how Liverpool are going to play. Like Liverpool could come out and be like the Liverpool team you've seen last season, and that could be an issue for Man U. But then again, Man U could come out and be the team how they've been playing, and then you have an issue. But I can't, like realistically, I'd like Liverpool to win, but I can't call it because these teams are dangerous. Like they really are.
You know what? I think for the good of the world and the good of the people, I think it would be nice for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to win the league. Like,
wow, I can't believe I'm seeing that
Right.
from an Arsenal fan,
no, it's just not even that. I just feel like think the abuse that he's been getting, and like obviously we've seen,
yeah.
yeah, no, it's just for the just. I think everybody wins if he wins it. Like people calling him a PE teacher, like. I was in a thread with Usman the other day where it got mad political, and like the abuse that some of these people get. I know it's at every team, but I just feel like it's been unfair on Solskjaer, and the guy's got Man United top 3. I mean, he's in the top. Sorry, he's at the top of the league right now by 3 points, and I just feel like people need to put a bit more respect on his name and give United a bit more kudos. But obviously, the season's not over; still quite young. So anything can happen, but yeah, the Man United confidence is a bit mad right now. So if Liverpool get a big result tomorrow, I don't know what that could do for you guys' season, because I don't know if the players are as wild as the fans at the moment. So yeah, but even if they did lose it, they're joint top, aren't they? So
yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. I'm worried, because every time we've been overly confident. Against Arsenal, we went into the Arsenal game thinking we're going to beat them. We lost and we didn't even turn up. We went into a Man City game thinking we're going to beat them, and obviously we know what happened there as well. This is not the third time. It's like our United fan base don't learn. Do you know what I mean? It's like, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not overly confident because at the end of the day, look at them. Their top 3, their front 3. They're going to be pressing us very high. Defensively, we're poor from set pieces. They've got one of the best deliveries from Trent. On the pitch from wide areas, so they're gonna definitely cause this problem. So I wouldn't say I'm overly confident. It's just a matter of if our players actually turn up, because if they don't, it could be a long night for us.
Bobs, do you see Eric Bailly not starting tomorrow?
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. If he doesn't start, I'll be really, really disappointed. Because I think Bailly sets the pace for our attack, because we go from the foot. Basically, if Bailly starts, you see Wan-Bissaka go forward, you see Shaw go forward, because they don't have to worry about Lindelof. When we have Lindelof, sorry, that's my son. When we have Lindelof, we defend deep, and that means we're 10, 15 yards behind. And against Liverpool, you're just gonna play into their pocket. So for me, if Bailly starts, it's major key, 100%. And you see the difference when Harry plays with Bailly. He's actually just does his job. He doesn't have to worry about anyone else, and we go forward a lot quicker. So I just with regards to what your question was about the important duels, I actually think the important duels are going to be in the wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think Jermaine Pennant at right back won't be able to handle Rashford or Martial. And Scott Robertson, I'm not going to slander Scotty Rob because obviously he's Scottish, Scotland captain. But, you know, he went missing against Southampton. You know, I didn't really see him against West Brom, so hopefully he has a bad game. And then, yeah, I just think on the wings, if Rashford on the wings, if we can isolate one-on-ones with their fullbacks, I'll be quite confident. Because in the midfield, it's just industrial. They're just, I mean, Jordan Henson, Genie in the bottle is just going to run. That's all they're going to do. McFred will play, and it's up to Bruno to be quick with it, you know?
Yeah. Klitsch, the confidence that Man United are coming with, do you think this is gonna? Do you think it's gonna turn out bad for them? Because I mean, Matt seems to be quite level-headed, but we've got people like Jerry and a few others that are just wild right now, and I'm just like, for their sake,
21 and 21,
yeah,
21 and 21.
for their sake, what do you want to happen? Because you support Leeds, don't you? So what do you want to happen tomorrow?
Well, obviously I want them to lose, but if they keep everything good, if Bruno and Pogba can get some good balls in for the attack, then they could end up doing it. But if Lindelof starts tomorrow,
it's game over. I think it's game
their
over.
defense is fucked. Their defense is fucked because Lindelof with Harry Maguire is a joke.
Literally.
He's not mincing these words.
When was the last time, or was there even the time when Lindelof and Harry Maguire have actually been a decent duo?
What
against
to be fair to them, to be fair to them, right? I hear what you're saying.
Anyone's good against Leeds, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Not everyone can hit 6 past Leeds, do you know what I mean? But anyway, we move. But look, I think what you need to. There's been some games that Lindelof's actually played better than Harry. You know,
yeah, agreed.
You could say that they're quite similar, so there was no need to buy Harry. But anyway, it is what it is. I just think that Eric Bailly, just with the athleticism and his pace and the recovery pace, it's completely different, you know. Because if you're 2-on-2 or 3-on-2, you know, over 15 yards in a sprint, Eric Bailly's getting there, you know. And I think that's the difference in a start and run between Bailly and Lindelof. You know, Bailly's winning, and you need that. You know, you need a partnership to complement each other. This is why, you need partnerships. Centre back, centre mids, up front or between the player that plays in the hole and stuff. And Bailly and Harry have shown that, we've got a centre back partnership. But if Lindelof plays, Jesus is Lord, man. It's Sunday. I'll be saying Hail Marys.
Bobs, I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here, right? And I was just thinking about this now. What was I gonna say? Yeah, regarding buying that, Liverpool love a high press, right? So Liverpool love a high press. Bailly's ball distribution is not great, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here. So if I'm Klopp and Bailly's playing, obviously I want Bailly to play as a Man United fan. If I'm Klopp, I'm going to say to Mane in particular, who's on that side, as soon as Bailly gets the ball, I want you to press him as high as you possibly can and get in his face. Because the thing is, Bailly on the ball, he's someone that passes the ball away a lot, even not under pressure. So that is something that they can definitely exploit. Don't get me wrong, I don't want Lindelof to play, but I guarantee he's going to play Lindelof because Liverpool love to press. And Lindelof, in terms of beating the press, is very good on the ball. And I can see that happening. I don't want it to happen, but I can definitely see that happening.
I see what you're saying. I just think that for them to get to Bailly, when Bailly has the ball, then the teammates need to help him out. You know, fullbacks need to drop. We need angles. We need people to show. You need to create triangles. Gunnar, you know what I'm talking about. Someone's on the bottom. What I'm saying, Usman, you know what I'm talking about with triangles. Show an option.
We don't have
you've just got to hope that McFred are just on their toes, to be honest. And look, there's going to be a point in time when we are going to get press, and they're going to have the joy of possession. You know what I mean? It is what it is. However, I'm just confident that when we go forward, we are clinical. You know, I'm very confident.
How you though, like, because when we look at, I mean, with this section of Cavani, who's obviously for the last 8-10 years has been up there with the best strikers in the world. Are the rest of them good enough for Man United? The rest of
Okay,
your
let me ask you
forwards,
this question.
What,
I'll answer your question with a
is
question.
he slagging off Martial? Do I need to jump in or what?
No, I'm not slagging them
No,
off. I'm just saying, do you think your forwards are good enough for Man United?
I'll ask you this, yeah.
Come.
Any top 6 team takes anyone from our front line, hands down.
What? For what? What, just to have them there as a backup? What?
You're gassing. You're boying it.
You got 72 million Nicolas Pepe. Come on, don't stop.
But he's talking like it's clear cut.
You're not top 6.
No. What I'm saying is that
it's not clear cut. Like I don't think Liverpool won't bite your hand off for them. Liverpool, Man City wouldn't bite your hand off for any of your forward players. Liverpool won't bite your hand off.
Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Liverpool would.
Bite off your hand for who?
Liverpool would take Marcus Rashford. Liverpool would take Martial.
Slap yourself.
Firmino, to be fair.
I'm serious.
Bob, slap yourself.
Liverpool would take Rashford and they'll take Martial.
Bob, you know I love you, but slap yourself. Come on.
I'm serious, bro. I'm serious.
Come on, I'm not having it. But as we said yesterday as well, Zaha 8 and 16. None of your forwards have got that, have they? None of Arsenal's forwards have got that either.
Where's my forward sitting though in the league table? That's the main stat right now.
No, but I asked a simple question. Do you think
about
they're good enough for Man United?
Spurs would take him. Man City would take him. Because
I don't think they would though, because I don't think you guys even really want them.
What? So you think Gabriel Jesus and them man all right? Come on.
Maguire's injured.
I can see you lot riding that for your players, yeah. But answer the question.
Obviously, Arsenal. Who's in the top 6 in your eyes? Because you man's are starting 11th.
I mean, whoever's top 6 right now. Whoever's top 6 right now.
Leicester would take him.
Are you guys even on the front page?
Huh? No, but you see, obviously you're on the defensive now, Bobs. So
no.
I'm
answering the question.
You don't have an answer.
I think
that you're nervous, mate. That says to me you're nervous.
No chance.
You're not confident. You're not confident in what you're saying.
My point is this: I think Chelsea take Rashford. I think Liverpool take Rashford.
Let's start again, Bobs. Let's start the question again. Do you think, with the exception of Cavani, that your forwards that you have in your team are good enough for Manchester United, who could be making it 21? Do you think they're good enough?
Yes.
Usman, do you think they're good enough?
I would have to agree with Bobs and say yes.
Matt, do you think they're good enough?
I don't think anybody's good enough this season, mate.
Okay, so that's a no. That's a no. Okay. I feel like that's a no.
They're inconsistent. Don't get me wrong.
You just don't know. You just don't know this season. Like last season, you could see that Liverpool were at the top, but they were pushing above the belt. Can't see any other team right now.
But we scored more than Liverpool last season. Our front three scored more than their front three last season. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's last season, but this season. But like, okay, I want to ask you this one more time, yeah. Let's take it from every Manchester United team that has won the Premiership. Would your forward line get in there?
Say that again.
No. So if you check every Manchester United team that you've ever had that have won the league, would your forward line?
You're comparing them to like Nani, Ronaldo, and all these man. We've had Tevez, Rooney, Ronaldo, probably the best attacking forward lines in the history of.
They would get in the squad, but they probably wouldn't start.
Yeah. So that gets back to like for Manchester United to be back where they were as the biggest team in, say, the world in the Premiership. Do you think these guys can lead you there? Your forward line that you've currently got, you do, yeah.
Got no choice.
I hear that. No, I mean, it was just a genuine question. I said to you the other day that I want Martial at Arsenal. So you know and I think Rashford gets. I think he's unfairly criticised. To be fair, in my eyes.
No,
he's not unfairly criticised.
Say that again.
I said he's not unfairly criticised at all. Have you seen him play football?
I know, but do you think he's suited to playing to the right of your mid of your
but
strike?
he's not a striker though. That's the thing. People keep forgetting, right? That last season, if you go back to last season, Martial was injured for a large part of last season. 2 months, Martial was injured, right? I think people forget this. Rashford was playing up top with Dan James next to him. Rashford was absolutely shocking. He can't play up top. He hasn't got it in him. He just doesn't have the IQ, which is what I was talking about with Cavani. And this is the same with Martial at the moment as well. Although I'm a massive fan of his, he needs to improve his IQ, i.e. his movement off the ball. His ability to bring players into the game is quite good, but Rashford just doesn't have that. Rashford's a natural right forward, man, or left forward.
Yeah, you know what worries me is that you've got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If in 2 years he hasn't been able to teach them about making runs and stuff, that worries me. That would worry me.
I do hear that, but these guys have worked under several managers and they're still not doing it. So you got to put that on the plate.
So that just shows that they're not good enough then.
I think
at the moment they are. Because you're top of the league, so.
They got talent. If you're talking about talent, I'm sure everyone
they've got bags of talent. Bags.
I think everyone on the panel here would say Rashford and Martial have got talent, but
100%.
What makes you good enough is about your consistency. That's what changes you from Mane, Firmino, and obviously these top bowlers. Like football's all about consistency. Most players in the Premier League, look at Pepe. You're telling me Pepe hasn't got talent? Pepe's got talent in abundance. He hasn't got the obviously confidence at the moment to take a man on.
I don't think he has the drive to be a top footballer.
No, I think he has got talent. You can't do what you did in the French League.
He's got talent, but I don't think he has the determination or the drive to
potentially, but that comes down to the mental side of it. So that depends.
Yeah.
So in terms of Martial and Rashford, to answer your question, I do think they're good enough, but they need to improve their consistency and they need to improve their ability to impact games, because at the moment, Rashford and Martial, they both have a switch, and more times than not, it's off because they look disinterested in games and then they are branded as lazy. Yeah. So that comes down to the IQ and the sort of mentality. Like if that's Ronaldo in the team, even a young Ronaldo in this Man United team, Rashford, you could argue he was probably a bit better than what Ronaldo was at this age, potentially, give or take. But Ronaldo always wanted the ball. That was the difference. Obviously, Ronaldo is probably better, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying, it's closer than people say, but Ronaldo always wanted the ball. That was the difference.
Yeah.
How many times do you see Rashford calling for the ball? Only when he's on form. When he's not off form, he shies away, and Martial does the same. So that's what that's what makes you a good player.
He shies away. I think he does. I think he tries to overdo it to show that he can do it. Yeah. And that leads to him losing the ball quite a bit. Charlotte, what do you actually expect from tomorrow, realistically? And what do you expect? Who do you expect to play at centre back for Man United? Is my first question.
I don't know. They could play it. This is hard because Matt, like, jog on, mate. Actually, jog on. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, it's like a guessing game of who you'd like to put in there and who you want in there and who they're gonna put it, like who Ole decides to put in there. Like, I could say, like, yeah, I want this player, and then not even the right guess, and I'm like, Ole, what is your decision making? Like,
every team's doing it this season, though.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
Man City are doing it all the time, and Tottenham as well.
But I think now Man City, I think they finally found their formula, and they're slowly just at the back of, like, no one's really thinking about them, but they're slowly just picking up points, picking up 1-0s every week. Matt, is Bailly fit to play? Usman, do you know if he's fit to play?
He's fit. He's fit.
He hasn't got injury, is he? Bailly, I don't think so. It'd be good to see Bailly in the team as well, because like a lot of people have said, he's very injury prone, and he has been for a couple of years for Man United. But I do think he's a better partnership at this moment in time with Maguire than Lindelof. You need someone who can head the ball like him, can bring out play, is fast. And I see that in Bailly. I don't see that in Lindelof. They're too similar, Maguire and Lindelof. So we need a new centre-back. But right now, Bailly is the perfect fit. And I'm not
Does
sure
Bailly playing Bailly worry you at all? Because what I see about Bailly is he's similar to to our centre back in, why can't I think of his name? Gabriel, that they're aggressive in attack in the challenge, which means they're always very, very, very close to getting booked or sent off. Does that worry you against the forward line that Liverpool have? Because Bailly's got this little weird thing where he'll win the ball and then he'll just do something a little bit silly, like just throw a little arm in like someone's back, or it's just a silly little thing, which obviously he's letting the guy know that they're there. But with VAR and stuff, the way they pick and choose what they're gonna start sending players off for, does that worry you at all against the Liverpool forward line?
He's like Macaulay Culkin, mate, in Home Alone. You know what I mean? You leave him on his own in the house. You know what I mean? You're kind of like worried a little bit. You know, like can he find it? You know what I mean? And he can get rid of the robbers. He can set booby traps. He's that sort of player for me. You know what I mean? Like you're never too sure, like whether you should leave him at home alone. But when he is alone, when he's in the defence and he is out of his injury status, he can do something, mate. And I'm pretty sure that Arsenal were looking or sniffing around him at some point.
Yeah, just before you guys signed him. So obviously we all know his quality. We all know his quality. But I just that is the sort of thing that would worry me in his game for tomorrow.
Yeah,
is that he has the potential to do something a bit silly. But
yeah, of course.
Usman, the blocks that he's been getting in recently, they've been amazing, haven't they? So he reads the game well. How do you think he reads the game well?
Yeah, no, obviously Bob's kind of mentioned them complementing each other. Maguire has benefited a lot from Bailly covering him. Obviously, you see recovery pace is a huge part of Pep Guardiola's game as well, and that's something that has allowed him to get the blocks in. I think for me personally, just coming back onto his temperament, which is what you're referring to, briefly, it doesn't worry me at all. If anything, we've been missing that aggression, man, because Lindelof and Maguire for me are too soft. And obviously, I'm sure all of us have played, sport at some point, or have at least watched it for a long enough time. You see one of your players going in for a challenge and obviously winning the ball cleanly, it just galvanizes the rest of the team, and that just ripples through to the rest, that confidence. You know what I mean? And he's a catalyst in that sense, because you see after the Wolves game when he made that block right at the end, obviously Mata, etc., picking him up off the floor. And he's a loved guy in the dressing room. I think that also goes a long way as well. But coming back to the blocks, he does read the game fantastically well. Obviously, a lot of the occasions he's been covering Maguire, which again, that's building his confidence as well, because he knows if he does make a mistake, he's got man to cover him. So, it just breeds confidence in the defense, man, to have him on the pitch. To me.
Okay, so let's go back to Klitsch. Where do you see either team winning the game? Who do you think's Man United's? Oh, it's obvious who their danger is, but where do you see Man United winning the game? Do you think it's up to Man United to defend well, to win the midfield battle, or their strikers being clinical, or all three? I mean, all three is the obvious answer, but realistically, which one of the three do you think Man United will win the game if they're on form in one of those positions?
Can I just shout out? I think Man United have got to win the middle of the field.
Yeah,
I don't want to see them pressing and then Liverpool doing the same thing they usually do, counter-attack style, take it and beat us. I think it all matters in the middle of the field. You've got to win those dirty tackles, Gerrard, the Roy Keane sort of things. Hopefully it's in the middle and then it gets spread out either way. Be close though, Gunnar. I just I
can see you're nervous already. What about you, Klitsch?
I agree. It's the middle, because
the middle,
you look, even though he's just got Player of the Month, his last few matches, Bruno Fernandes, he hasn't really been on it. And but if he needs to get his form back, a game like this is where he needs to.
Perfect.
Perfect. If you can link up with Rashford on the wing, and it'll just be dangerous on counter attack. Pogba as well. He'll be really for the counter attackers.
It's going to be I think that's the way Man United are going to have to play, because you're not going to go to Liverpool and have more possession than them at home. Counter attack. Charlotte, where do you think the game will be won? Who do you think is going to win the game?
I think I agree with Matt that you've got midfield, but I also think your strikers need to be on point as well. Like
Yeah.
your strikers need to be attacking and not just like you can't like everyone's. It's easy to say defense or midfield, but your strikers need to be attacking. You can't just let Liverpool be the attacking force. You have to fight back. You can't just like defend and like attacking them and like strengthen your midfield and be great in your midfield if you're not attacking and your strikers aren't attacking and actually pushing forward and giving Liverpool a run for their money, because that's going to end badly for you, because you can defend all you want. Liverpool will still get that goal if you're not attacking, because there's no chance for you to get that goal. There's always a chance if Liverpool are attacking that they're going to get a goal. If you're not going to attack back, there's absolutely no way you're going to get a goal.
Then maybe,
Yeah, but against Liverpool, I mean, it's a bit different.
Well, what I was saying, Charlotte, is I think it's middle ground. I think both teams will be looking to do the same thing as you said, like attacking. So they will both come out like that, but it will end up in the middle there, and it will matter about whether both teams can scrap it out in the middle.
No, I'm not saying that. I agree that they should, but I'm also saying you need to be attacking as well, because if you get to the point where you're fully defending and working on getting the ball and possession in midfield, and you're not actually attacking, but Liverpool are still attacking, you're going to lose.
So
like you need to be attacking as well. Once you've got that ball in midfield, you need to be going straight on the attack. There's no ifs, buts about it. You just need to go on the attack.
That's why I think it'll be like a magnetic field. You know, when you put two magnets together and they're in the middle and then they sort of reject each other. That's what I think I'm going to see. They're going to do both the same. Both clubs are going to do the same thing. They're going to try and push and counter attack, and they're both going to meet in the middle. And I think it will be in the middle that decides who is going to be able to get them balls to the strikers. Either side, it's very close.
But then again, we could turn up and it could be like the world's shittest game ever. Like I don't even play nicely, but it could be that game where you turn up like Arsenal and Crystal Palace. It could be that dead.
I don't think it'll be that.
No, but I'm saying it could be a draw, like where it's not that.
If Liverpool have to go wide, then it's going to be Man United's game to win, because if you're playing through the middle, they Liverpool love it through the middle, and they've got the players that can hold the ball, and they got players that work in tight spaces and stuff. They love it through the middle. If United can force them wide, get Liverpool crossing the ball in, that feeds into Man United's hands, because in the air, you lot are going to win all day. Defending, you lot are going to win all day.
I disagree with that. Actually,
you think so?
Yeah, I was going to say that midfield battle. I think we're going to cancel each other out first and foremost. So I hear what the guys are saying. I think it's just going to be because McFred is definitely playing for us. They've been rested midweek, so they're going to start.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be energy v energy, I would imagine. I think the game's going to be won potentially by the fullbacks, because Robertson and Trent are Liverpool's main creative source, really, in a sense.
Yeah.
If we can potentially push them further back, it nullifies a lot of their creativity. Don't get me wrong, I know Thiago's going to be playing and he's an absolute baller. So a cheeky pass over the top from him is definitely a viable option towards Mane in particular, or Salah. So I think that might be one avenue where they could potentially score from. But we need to push the fullbacks back, for me personally. In terms of defending from wide areas, I don't know, obviously the Man United fans in here and whoever watched this, I'm sure they can all agree with me. We can't defend across to save our bloody life. And Ward-Prowse was absolutely killing us when he was putting any form across it. I know Lindelof played that game, but I was panicking. Every time a ball was going into our box, I was panicking. Look against Burnley, right? Tarkowski, let's be real, he should have scored. He missed a sitter. One shocking ball into the box, back stick by Barnes, knocks it down, and it's pandemonium in the box. Don't get me wrong,
yeah,
they haven't got aerial threat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, more the aerial threat.
But Liverpool are smart with the delivery. They normally play that ball into Mane. Mane peels off back stick. Our defenders back post can't defend to save their lives. In particular, Wan-Bissaka has been very poor this season in that area. So any ball on Wan-Bissaka's side behind for Mane, if he switches off for half a second, Mane's getting a tap in. So I disagree. I can see Mane ghosting in and scoring tomorrow quite comfortably, and I don't think I would bat an eyelid, because I wouldn't be shocked, because Solly March did it against us about 7 times for Brighton. There's a couple other games this season. Everyone backstick. Yeah, so for me personally, any delivery back stick is going to be a problem because Mane and Salah are very clever, man, of peeling off their fullbacks. So I think that's where Liverpool's most joy is going to be. So to counteract that, we need to be brave, as these guys have suggested. We need to be brave. We need to push their fullbacks further back, and make them defend, and obviously try to get them to, because Trent can't defend. Let's be real. Robertson can, he's a good defender, but Trent against Rashford, I want to see him in that 1v1 and push him back. That's my personal thoughts.
Would it be Martial versus Trent? No.
It would be Marcel if he's playing, but obviously we don't even know what's happening. I think he faked that injury.
Oh no, he faked that injury. You could tell. You could tell straight away.
I don't know if he's going to be playing though. There might be a case that Pogba will play left wing, because you can't.
I would.
I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Give him a free role. Let him play.
Yeah, I would. I would play him there.
Obviously, we'll see what the rest of the people say in it. But yeah, that's just me personally. I think Trent's gonna. I know he has not had the greatest season, but a delivery from Trent towards Mane behind Wan-Bissaka, I think I can see that happening as a goal.
Fair enough. All right, guys, we're getting right to the end now. So I was gonna ask Klitsch and Charlotte, score your predictions for tomorrow.
I reckon 3-1 Liverpool.
All right, Charlotte.
2-1 Liverpool.
All right, and because Usman and Matt actually support Manchester United, Usman, what team do you want to see out tomorrow?
I thought you were gonna say because they support Man United, whatever they say, don't listen to them. A team lineup, I've gone for the back. I'm assuming me and Matt probably gonna agree on the defense. Obviously, the fullbacks, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. Bailly has to start with me, although I kind of said potentially they could target him with the press. Bailly, Maguire, no brainer for me. Midfield, this is a problem because where do you put Pogba in? Because for me, Pogba has to start. My cousin was saying McTominay and Pogba together, but I don't know if I trust McTominay. That's the issue. So I'm going to say 4-2-3. Oh my God, Vardy just missed a flipping sitter. Someone's just squared it to him.
Oh, you're joking? I've got him vice captain.
Someone squared it to him. It's practically an open net. He's gone to hit it and he's got
Maddison.
He's just missed the ball. Right, yeah, McTominay, Fred in obviously the pivot. Bruno, left wing, Pogba for me. Again, people probably won't agree with that. Right wing, Rashford and Cavani, Colvin Havik up top. Oh,
cool.
1-0.
And the score?
I'm gonna go 1-1, and I would take that happily. If someone offered it me right now, I'll snatch your hand off for it.
So I think so far the score is. It is, what's that? 15-2 to Liverpool. Added up the scores. I'm adding up the scores. It's 15-2 to Liverpool so far.
In the chart?
No, I've just added up all the scores that everybody's given me, including the ones in the chat.
Can I rescind, man, and change it then?
I'm going 14-0.
I'm going 14-0 to my night. Let's Matt, put us over the edge. Matt, put us over the edge.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Mate, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Madison scored.
I know Madison scored. I hope they lose on your birthday.
Wow,
that's not nice, man. That's not nice. Matt, what lineup you expect? What team do you want to see? Because we don't know what you're expecting, because it just seems like all the managers this season are just playing random teams when they feel like it. So what do you want to see tomorrow?
I'd like to see a mix up. I'll be with the back there. I want to see Bailly and Maguire at the back, but I want to see Tellez at the left back and Wan-Bissaka at right back. Okay. Yeah, I just want to see whether Tellez can make who's right back there? Trent.
Yeah.
See whether he can do something to him and make him sort of tread backwards.
I like that.
Is this the game to be just be doing your little just to do experiment?
Yeah,
should you be experimenting?
yeah, because what Luke Shaw's going to be good at defending, but no one really puts it to Trent Alexander-Arnold, do they? So I'd like to see maybe can do it.
I thought Shaw was better at attacking than defending. Have I just made that up? Or
Nah, definitely defending over attacking.
oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
The reason why they got Tellers in is because he hasn't been so great at attacking. He can't really cross the ball, and nor can Wan-Bissaka, to be fair. Like, they always seem to be very low at the ground, you know what I mean? So I think Tellers on the left back there and Wan-Bissaka on the right, taking out Robertson and hopefully taking out Trent, because he's at the two, Robertson and Trent, he's the one that I really do worry about mostly. You know, he's thinking as well. Kick not the free kick, the corner kick against Barcelona. He's very smart and he can outmaneuver anybody with his cleverness. So I'd like to see Tellez pushing him back, and the rest of the team, I don't know, like, because I'm very skeptical of Man United's midfield. Pogba's got to play. Fred's got to play, I think, for me, and Matic has got to be on the bench. I don't want to see Matic start, but apparently I'm
injured, you know.
Yeah, I heard he might be on the bench, but I mean,
okay. Ben.
I only heard though. You never know until like someone comes out with the team news. But
yeah,
would you not play 5 centre midfielders?
What?
What?
Like, would you not? Like, I'm talking in terms of playing Bruno, Fred, Pogba, Matt Muffin, McTominay, and Brandon Beat, and then just put Cavani up front by himself, or Rashford.
Are you on a line though?
No, I mean, like, because I think that's where you would win the game, like, from midfield. So if you've got 5, because all 5 of them are good on the ball, aren't they?
Where's our width going to be there then? If you've got all 5 midfield.
That's what I'm saying. Just pack out the midfield. Just pack it out. You know, Pogba could play to the left, and Bruno could play to the right. Just pack out the midfield. Like, I'm just throwing stuff out there because I'm just trying to get away for you guys to win the game. And I think the more people you have in midfield, the less chance you have of Liverpool getting through. So I thought maybe just stick 5 centre midfielders in there. Might get a result.
What I don't know about that one, but what Jeremiah said there, I tweeted this out, right? It's going to be Martial on his debut 2.0 with Ahmed Diallo. I'm calling it now.
Is he going to be in the squad?
Probably. I'd imagine he's on bench, but
yeah. You know what? I'm going 3-1 Man United. To be fair.
What? What?
Yeah, like. No, I actually see Man United winning this game because I don't think Liverpool are on form. I still think Liverpool are cocky.
Yeah, but they could pick it back up.
Yeah, they could. They could pick it up at any time. And I always say it's up to Liverpool as to whether they win or lose a match. Like, I don't think there's many teams that can match Liverpool blow for blow. So I always say it's up to Liverpool. If Liverpool turn up, they win the match. If they don't, then you've got half a chance. But I honestly think Man United are going to take it to them tomorrow, and get the result. So you heard it first. I'm going 3-1 Man United. So that tips over the edge. What's that? 17-14.
I'm sure Matt didn't finish his team.
Oh, did you not finish your team?
I did.
Did you give a five?
Midfield.
I said I want Pogba playing. I want Fred playing. I don't want Matic playing. I want him at least on the bench.
That's where you stopped. Yeah, you stopped there.
Yeah, you stopped there. Yeah.
I didn't quite know. I don't really know. It's difficult. We're playing a Liverpool team that will have a lack of players as well. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They have a full squad. They're missing Van Dijk. They're missing. Who else are they missing at the moment? Actually, Liverpool. They are missing somebody else.
Gomez.
So what do you think? Like, it's up in the air. It's open, isn't it? It's I don't think it's a tactical thing. I think it's about the heart and who really wants to win the game. I think it's going to be down to that. I don't think any position in any area will necessarily win, but it will be, I feel, possibly a battle in the middle between both.
So you still haven't finished up your team though?
Oh, no.
Come on, man. Give us a midfield.
Together, man. It's so difficult.
Right. Yeah, he just gets the match and then he just freezes. Yeah, I don't want to see match play.
Rashford up top. We got Bruno, Pogba in the middle. Fred behind. Martial on the left, Rashford on the right, and I'd hope Cavani at the top. That's what I'd like to see. I think.
So 4-3-3 then, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would agree with that. Like Usman was saying, you need to pin back their fullbacks, because if you don't pin them back, if you're getting Martial and Rashford running back for the whole game, obviously that nullifies your attack, and that's gonna knacker them out, innit? So,
it's difficult. It's so difficult. It's Bobs. Come on,
Bobs. You're the last one. Who do you want to start tomorrow and the score? So go with your. It took Matt 10 minutes to give us. He just kept telling us he didn't want Matt to play, and then just started talking some other random stuff.
Yeah.
For me, it'll be
Henderson and goal.
The hair and goals. Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Maguire, Shaw, and then McFred, and then Rashford on the right, Pogba on the left, Bruno, and Martial up top with Cavani coming on with half an hour to go.
Same lineup, apart from the strike.
So yeah,
I like Cavani, Bob's over Martial.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I said we had the same team, but I've put Cavani on and Martial on bench. That's the only difference.
See, the thing is, I think Cavani's been more effective coming off the bench than starting.
Yeah.
I just think with 30 minutes to go, with his movement,
yeah,
yeah, so
you can't really risk Martial faking another injury, can you? So that's why I would go with Cavani personally. But yeah, I can see either or. To be honest, Cavani is that good that I think just benching him and bringing him on, I think he's still got enough in him to start matches. There's been players where you knew their job was just to come and be a sub and come on for the last half an hour, 20 minutes, get a goal. But I still think Cavani has enough in him to start the game. Boz, what do you think the score is going to be?
5-2 to Man United.
Okay, so that's tipped it over the edge. That's like 2017 to Man United now.
Do
you know what? Okay. I think I just have a feeling. I've got two feelings here, right? It could be a dead game. You know how they used to do back in the day with the big games. It's just like a chess game, blah, blah, blah. Or we could just go blow for blow. Do you know what I mean? And just see who can outscore who. And our defense is better than theirs right now. And yeah, I just think it's going to be a high scoring game.
Yeah. All right, I've got one more person who's come to give his 2 cents. Got Laurie, who's
Yes, Laurie.
Laurie, say hello.
Hold tight, Laurie.
Cool. What's going on?
Yo, how you doing, Laurie, man?
Yeah, good. I've got bits and bobs. Matt, I've got someone. Got a Liverpool
Bob's your son called in habit where he's running the house, isn't it?
My goal scorers are the Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, that's your son. Oh, sorry.
And for Liverpool,
yeah,
it's either going to be Mane or Salah, score a beauty.
Oh, I love that. We need to clip that. We need to clip that.
Bruno Fernandes.
I love that.
Laurie, get him to say the first part again, because we didn't really hear it.
TK.
Man, like TK, start again, man.
Okay. So my prediction 1-1.
Yeah.
Goal scorers, Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, my man is running jokes though.
Right.
So you got Fernandes and Salah to score, yeah?
Yeah, or Mane.
If that happens, I will personally give you £5 if it happens, yeah?
Yeah, but when am I going to see?
It's called bank transfer, man. Don't worry.
We got bank transfers, man.
Don't worry, you'll get your money, man. Man's hustling from young.
Yeah, don't worry. If that happens, everybody's heard me. You could clip it 100 times. I will personally give you £5 if that happens tomorrow, yeah?
No, I don't want no money.
Oh, see, my man's balling. He's balling. I rate that. I respect that.
Thanks for that, Laurie. Very appreciate you.
All right, guys. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you so much. Laurie, what do you think the score's going to be actually?
I find it hard to 2-1 either way, really.
Yeah, I said this
come on
yesterday.
now.
I said 3-1 either way.
3-1.
Yes, Laurie.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
Lord.
here. Yeah, 2-1 either way, but I can't call it because, like I said in the chat earlier, I don't think it's going to be a spectacle. But at the same time, it's who takes their chances. It's going to be one of them, really. It's literally down to who takes their chances.
Yeah.
But
I
Man
mean,
United, the thing with Man United is they haven't been playing well and winning games.
picking up results. Yeah, that's what champions
And
do,
then
man.
Liverpool, they're not playing well, and they're drawing rather than picking up the 3 points. So it is one of them ones where you don't know how to call it. Banter aside,
Good point, man.
I heard that.
Who do you support, Laurie?
Don't.
I'm with Team Big Gunner, man.
Are you good?
Yeah,
Someone's got to support them, right? Someone's got to support them.
Is it the Gunners, man? Same with Charlie, man. We've got a few Gunners in town today. We've got a few Gunners in town.
Someone's got to support them. Someone's got to support them.
All right, so we're gonna start. We're gonna start with
Hey, I see that. I see
Have
that.
you got tattoos in that?
He's got. He's trying to compete. Trying to compete.
I ain't got tattoos yet.
That's my custom Arsenal tattoo, man.
Actually, I'm gonna get a Man United tattoo on my leg, actually. But
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
So
Kitch,
yeah,
where can we find you on social media? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Glitch. Yeah, sorry. Tell us where we can find you on social media.
Well, it's all there.
It's all there. It's nice and easy. That one. Charlotte.
I can't point, sorry.
Charlotte, tell us where we can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Charlotte_strong. You can find me on GNA TV for the women's show every week on Friday at 8 p.m. You can find me on Football United TV on Thursday at 7 p.m. for my own show, Charles Classic Corners.
Oh, don't get embarrassed now. Have you got any more shows?
You just find me on Football United. I'm on here a lot. I'm on GNA TV a lot. I sometimes hit up Monsters channel. Yeah.
Realistic Ghana, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Here. Tell us where we can find you, bro.
Well, hopefully on your channel a bit more regular.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Football United, you can definitely find me there. You can find me on First 11 sometimes as well. You can find me on SPE TV, Instagram, Laurie Nix 2X's, and Bits and Bobs. We definitely got a collab as well, man.
100%, bro. 100%.
Everybody wants a piece of Bobs, man.
Now, trust me.
Bobs is my agent right now, man. Matt, tell us where we can find you. Matt's my guy, man. Always showing love and stuff. Where can we find you, bro?
Everybody else as well. I just want to say thank you for helping me out and go and check out everybody else's content as well. It's very, very good. Bits and Bobs as well, like doing the podcasts, man. Much for that, man. Football United TV. Check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We got a vlog with Kendall and Sav tomorrow talking about Sir Bob Hobson at about 12 o'clock PM. Come and tune in and go subscribe to Big Gunner. Check him out.
Thank you. I feel a bit bad, Klitsch. I didn't give you full screen, yeah? So there's your full screen. Charlotte, there's your full screen. Laurie, you got a little full screen there. And then we're going to go to the two guys that brought me in on this. Usman, where can we find you?
Yo, first and foremost, thank you for having me on, bro. Appreciate it.
No worries, man. You was my first guest, man. So respect for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Obviously, happy to help in that. Obviously, that was before I found out he was an Arsenal fan. Obviously, you know what it is. You can find me on Usman Talk United on Twitter and on YouTube. And tomorrow you can find me on the watch along, celebrating when we beat the Dirty Scousers. But you know, you love to see it.
All right, and finally we've got the man, the myth, the tattoo king, the Adidas wearing, Nike sneaker wearing, black hat wearing. So now, what else we got to say about anything? What else have we got to say about Bobs, everyone? What else?
His new show. You need to check it out. His new show that's just released. Go check it out. It's incredible to watch. You need to watch it, guys.
Oh, thank you. Stop it.
No worries.
No, listen. Obviously, got to pay homage to because people don't know this. The first time I actually went on YouTube was on the Red Devil Studio. Not many people know that, and so shout out to him. And to be honest, yeah, obviously, big up Usman, you know, drafted me, and him and Benji drafted me, and yeah, obviously bits and bobs, you know what I mean? Yeah, so what? Listen, I'm just very grateful that over this period I've met so many good people. I've met
stop fidgeting, Bobs, man.
Story. Do you want to get a story? Okay. So yeah, listen, I'm on YouTube. That's my Instagram. Yeah. That's my Twitter. Shout out Gunnar, he's my co-host. We do a show every Monday called The Wrap Up, where anyone can get smoked. Your team can get smoked. We talk about everything. I have a podcast called Bits and Bobs Meets, where I talk about everything, really. I try and normalize the conversation regarding discrimination, racism, again, get to know the individual, mental health as well. That's my son singing. Also, on Friday night, I do Fraud Watch with Indiana on his show, First 11. And also, I'm on the terrace. Okay, Daddy will do it. I'm on the terrace as well.
Hey, little man is telling you what to do, Bobs. You have to run.
Listen, also, I just want to say thank you to everyone in here because obviously we've had conversations individually. And just to say thank you for your kind words. And also, I'm big fans of all you guys. Realistic Gunnar, Laurie, man, we're going to chat, bro. We will call up. We're going to do something. Gunnar, I'm happy for you, bro. Real talk, because I think when people start watching your shows, man, they're going to watch you blow. Who's been Talks United, man? Enough said. Don't need to say more about him, to be honest. Everyone knows this guy. Klitsch House, man. Listen, young man. Make sure you pass your exams. Trust me. Charlotte, that you've went and done the show. Okay, long may it continue. Listen, Matt, you know the love I've got for you, man. So listen, guys, everyone, make sure you subscribe to everyone's channel, but also make sure you support the Gunner. Okay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, man, thank you for having me on.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies, gents, everyone. And there you have it. Liverpool will be beating Man United tomorrow. Everybody have a good evening. Have a good night. See you later, everyone. Yeah.
15-7.